Hello and welcome. I thought today I would do something a little bit special. And this is a recording for a particular process I'm doing today in a speech I'm giving in the Thriving Biz Collective. And so I thought, why not do a pre-recording to give extra value to the group? So my name's Matthew Tate, in case you don't know, and my business is Fork in Road Coaching, a mindset coaching, which gives you clarity, direction, and purpose, and overcoming those negative blocks. And so today I'm doing a little process called the neurological levels of change, or logical levels of change, based on Robert Dilts and his amazing model of thinking. Why do we do this? Well, it's to help you identify and focus on where to do the work for yourself so that you're no longer stuck and you're going into action. You can go and deal with the thing that's the problem, get above that level of thinking and resolve it, dissolve it, and evolve it, move it forward very quickly instead of staying stuck in shallow thinking, which is a problem for all of us human beings. It's a human condition. So, now allow me to take you through this really cool, excellent little process. So here we go. Now, motivational speakers always talk about making the goal bigger than yourself. And so has anybody ever heard of that? I mean, that they always talk about making the goal bigger than yourself, right? And so we want to make a goal bigger than you. So my first question is, have you chosen a goal that is bigger than you, bigger than who you are, bigger than what you are, so that it's motivating, inspiring, and moving you forward? So I would like you to think about a goal, something you're aiming for. It might be building your business. It might be having your first sale. It might be taking it to the next level. Maybe you're trying to manage a bigger team. I don't know what it is. You tell me whatever your goal is. Write that goal down on a piece of paper and give it a score out of 10 as to how close you are to that now, or how big a problem is it getting there right now. Perhaps it's a good frame. We'll start out with how big a problem is it right now, and then we'll find out how big a problem it is at the end. So if you're a 9 out of 10, it's a problem. I can't get there. I'm struggling with it. That's your score, whatever it is. And then later on, you'll be a lower score because you'll have something to concentrate on. Okay, sounds good, doesn't it? So now thinking about that goal, the idea is to think about this in terms of a ripple effect. So you might not be getting the benefit, but imagine who else might miss out on you not doing this goal. And when you take it outside of yourself and make it about someone else, we tend to move a lot faster. And so imagine this little metaphor of a beautiful gem. And this beautiful gem is hanging above a beautiful lake. And the gem is holding on to a ledge for dear life. But that gem, all it has to do is just let go and trust. It just has to let go and trust that when it drops down into the lake, this beautiful lake of energy below them will actually support them. And I want you to imagine letting go of the fear and trusting. And imagine as you enter the water, you are very safe. And the ripples that you create as you splash into that water, as you enter into the energy lake, those ripples will go out and spread out throughout the entire lake. And you won't know exactly where those ripples will go and to who those ripples of energy will help. But without entering the lake, the energy does not get sent out to the people, the places where that energy needs to go. And you won't even realize how your energy impacts so many people positively. Without your energy rippling out, the world is a far worse off place. I want you all now to choose a goal of something that you are chasing, something bigger than yourself, something that excites you. Do you have that goal? Write it down right now. Maybe it's getting your first client. Maybe it's getting to your first 100,000. Maybe it's just getting back into your business. Or maybe it's reaching that next level you've been chasing. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Write that goal down right now. Okay, you got that? You can pause if you need to, write it down, and now we'll keep going. Now think about this goal. Making it bigger gives it much more purpose, and this will take you to a much, much higher level of thinking. I want you to be able to see, hear, and feel this goal. And imagine that you're stepping out into the future. I'd like you all to close your eyes. Close your eyes now, because you'll get much more out of this. And imagine you're looking towards your future. And in your future, there are 6 circles lined up like stepping stones. And those 6 circular stepping stones are going to help you get clear on your future, on this goal. The very first circular stepping stone is the circle of environment. And as you think about your goal and you step onto that circle of environment and you look at the word environment, you can see the environment that you need to be in for this goal to come true. I want you to see what's in the environment, hear what's going on in that environment, and feel that environment. And once you know that you've got that environment, you know where you need to be, you know where you need to be doing things, you know the groups of people you need to be around. Just take note of that. Now let's take another step onto the next stone, the second stone, paver, circular paver. And as you step onto this paver, this is the paver or the stepping stone of habits and behaviors. And as you step onto this habits and behaviors, I want you to notice what you are doing in this environment. What are the habits? What are the actions? And what are the interactions you are doing? Take a moment in that environment where you're chasing your goal. What are the habits? What are the behaviors? What are the things that are really you are doing? Take a moment to collect what you are doing to achieve that goal on a regular basis, to chip away at it, to get there. And now let's take another step onto the next stepping stone, the third one this time. This is your skills and your capability stone. Take a step and notice your feet landing on that stone and stand there for a moment. My next question is, what skills or qualifications or experience do you have, or capabilities? Have you studied something? Do you have skills in something? And to do what you are doing in that environment, what experience do you have in that environment? In the environment where you're doing those things that will achieve your goal. And just pay attention to that. What you need, what you have, and where you are. The very next stepping stone, let's take another step to the fourth circular stone. And this circular stone, as you step onto it, is the stone of beliefs and values. These are the beliefs you hold about your goal. And these are the values of what's important to you about this goal. The things you get from this goal, the things that light you up, the things that give you energy. And ask yourself, what do you believe about this goal? What do you believe about it? Just pay attention to what you believe about the goal. Is it easy or is it hard? Or as you're achieving that goal, what do you believe? Just pay attention to that. Now, paying also attention in this circle, in this stepping stone, what is important to you about this goal? What matters? Let's take a moment. What's important to you about this goal? Gathering that information. Let's go to the next step. The very next circle is that a stepping stone of identity. I want you to think about all the things that you are around this goal. Who are you being as you chase this goal? Who are you being as you step out, as you form that ripple effect to improve your life and others? Let's collect some information here. Who are you being? And now we move into the sixth circle. The sixth circle is the circle of purpose. It's also a circle of spirit. It's a circle beyond yourself. And as you drift into this space, standing on that circular stepping stone of purpose, ask yourself, what is your purpose? I want you to think about that environment, all the things you're doing, all the things you believe, all the things you value, all of the things you are being, who you are, and the purpose of being there. Because this is bigger than you, isn't it? As you sit in this space of purpose, ask yourself, what else do I need to know? What is my purpose here? What else do I need to know? And all your questions will be answered, having achieved this goal. Looking at this all now from a very different, higher perspective, I now want you to turn around gently in your mind's eye on that stepping stone and begin to step back to the present moment, stepping firstly onto the stepping stone of identity. And as you take all this information and you step into the identity circle, knowing what you know now, knowing who you are, knowing you are someone different now, aren't you? Your identity, with thinking about that purpose in mind, you are showing up very differently in that dream, in that goal. Just take notice of who you are when you're chasing that purpose. Stepping into the fourth circle. What are your values and beliefs? As you step into that fourth circle, thinking about that purpose, thinking about who you are showing up as, what's important to you about that purpose? What do you believe about that purpose now? And has that shifted? Notice how your focus has shifted now. Collecting this information. Stepping into the next circular stepping stone. And this is your skills and capabilities stone. What are your skills and what are your capabilities, really? As you chase that purpose, as you are showing up with that identity, as you seek those values and live those beliefs, what are your skills really? And as you step into the next circle, bringing all of that information into this step, and ask yourself, what are you really doing in the habits and behaviors stepping stone? What do you really need to be doing? What is your next best step from where you are at now to where your purpose lays? And finally, stepping onto the first of the circles, of the stepping stones, where am I doing this? What environment am I doing this action to chase this purpose and this goal? Is it just in the original environment, or is it much bigger than you thought? I think you'll find it's a much bigger environment than you ever thought possible, isn't it? Gathering all this information up. The next is to step back to the present moment. Back to the present moment, gathering all this information. Nice and calm, coming back to the room on the count of 5, back from 5. 5, locking away all of these new learnings. 4, taking all of these new environments, all of these new habits, all of these new skills and capabilities. 3, realizing what your next best step actually is. 2, coming back to the room. And 1, fully refreshed, wide awake, back to the room. That is the neurological levels of change. And I hope that helps you get clarity on what environment, what habits, what skills, what values and beliefs, what identity, and what purpose will move you forward, focusing on one of those and focusing on what is your next best step. This is Matthew Tate from Fork in Road Coaching. I hope that has served you today.